Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Okay. All right. So this is Keeping It Real, episode 86. I'm your host, Kadis, and it's probably one of the longer gaps we've had in between episodes. Of course, these episodes are daily, but the times that I do them within the day varies. And yesterday's episode was around lunchtime, and today's is midnight. So that's more than 24 hours. It's more than 24 hours. It's been about 32 hours. And that's hard to deal with. I think routine is easy, and when the routine gets thrown off, everything gets a little bit difficult. I had a really long day. And I don't know. To keep it real with you, I just want to complain about it. Nothing seemed to. I don't know. I'm just tired, and I'm just tired, and I don't want to do this right now, But we're going to. I saw online that. I don't even know. Where should I start? What should I talk about? I'm trying to think about earlier in my day what I was thinking I should talk about during Keeping It Real. I thought about how I could do an entire episode, I think, dedicated to this shift. Yeah, it's coming back to me now. So I had some pretty crazy feelings during my shift at work today. Internal, dialogues, thoughts. I mean, it was pretty nuts. Usually I just get by work. I clock in and clock out. But today I'm going to walk you through my shift and kind of explain why it was different and why I felt the way that I did. So to start off, I woke up earlier than I usually do. Usually I wake up around 2:30 p.m. because I usually have work at 3 p.m. and I make it there just in time, and then I leave. Yesterday, I woke up at 10:30 so I could go and see my little brother who was nearby playing club soccer. And he lives in Charlotte. I'm in Raleigh. So if he's nearby, I'm gonna go see him. And it was awesome to see bro and my dad, and it was great. And we ate lunch afterwards, and then they hit the road. Then I go home, and at home I wipe my chain off, put some fresh lube on my bike chain, and I head to the bike store. I bought a helmet, and I bought some bike tools to fix my other bike. And then I go to work. I get to work, and here's the first thing that's going on. The first thing that's going on is there's 5 to 6 people there that are just totally useless. The way my work works is it's Jersey Mike's. So, it's fast food and the kitchen is right in front of you. There's no back that no one gets to see. It's all in plain view of the customer. So it's just so hard. It's so hard when things aren't my way. And that's going to be, I think, a common theme of today's shift and today's feelings is that I want things my way and I want to be in control. So let's continue. I walk in, and yes, there's 5 to 6 people up front when there only ever needs to be 4 max. And I'm thinking why the fuck are these people all hovering around each other? It's just a traffic jam, and no one's in. It's dirty. It's not even clean. Now I get it. There had been a rush. My coworker called me before I even came in and explained to me what was happening. But I go to and put my bike away in the back, take my headphones off, get ready for the shift, mentally prepare, walk out. And when I go out of the back hallway where I keep my bicycle, and I walk into what is the dish area, there's a ton of dirty dishes. And I'm like, really? There's that many people here, and the dirty dishes are stacked like this, that many people, and not one of them is like, let me remove myself because they're good up here. They're fucking good up here. Like, I don't know. It's just, I wish I could clone myself and just be in control, you know? But that is why this job wouldn't be this job if there weren't the people. The people are the whole reason that I do this, because if it weren't for them and it weren't for Jersey Mike's, I would just be spiraling in loneliness here in my apartment. And I would just, it would be sad. So Jersey Mike's is a lifeline for me, and I'm seriously, I feel like I'm grabbing onto it at some points. Like, I really need it. So anyway, the dishes don't bother me. First thing I do after I clock in is put on the dish apron, which is like made out of like a waterproof material, and I just start doing the dishes because like I like the dishes, I don't mind, and like I know they need to get done, so I'm gonna do them. And then people start to leave. And this is where the real story starts. Then it's just three of us. It's me, a 30-year-old coworker of mine that is, she gets paid much more than me. She is my manager. But it's she's my manager. Yes. And then there is a 16-year-old high school student that is also my coworker. So it's a bit of a weird dynamic. And I think about 1 or 2 hours into the time where it was just the three of us, there was quite a couple big surges of people, but I don't care. That's work. And what I like is I get to take control of the slicer, which is sort of the central area of Jersey Mike's. And I know when I'm on slicer, whilst I can't control how efficient my teammates are or how they do what they do, but at least I can make sure that there's always a sandwich sliced and ready, and I can always like keep the line flowing, and I'm the one that greets people. I make sure everyone is like here because they want a sandwich and not because like, this or that. Like I like it. I like it. So I'm doing my thing, and I'm doing my thing pretty hard. I'm not going to lie. I was kind of in the zone for a while. And there's other tasks that I'm doing in the background, like racking bread for the next day and doing the steak and the chicken backups. But then all of a sudden, my older coworker checks the labor, and we are about to be over. The number is 14. If labor is over 14, then like you should cut somebody. Like you don't need 3 people to close this store. But yeah, so I'm like, sweet. I'm 100%, like in my mind, I'm always the one that leaves. Because, well, last time actually, my older coworker left because she was tired and tomorrow was her day off. So she left early. And she gets paid a lot more than me. So it's actually better for her to leave because she makes a bigger difference on labor. But this time around, she checked labor, and then she mentioned to me that she wants the hours. So I'm like, okay, I totally get authority over this high school kid. Like, I work here full time, and my back really fucking hurts, and I'm so tired, and I have to do keeping it real before I get to go to bed. And I'm exhausted. I'm so exhausted. I'm going. And then she starts sending staggered breaks, and then this is where it gets, and then she texts our boss, who is not even at work. They're all in contact with her. And the 16-year-old is just like, fuck. Look. This is the problem. I'm the problem. Because I don't know. Like, how can I not handle... No shit, our boss makes the right call. And the right call is the high schooler has to go home because she has school in the morning. That's clearly the right call. But I'm still over here like trying to control it. Trying to control the situation. In my mind, it's like, no, I'm going to go home. I'm going to go home anyway. I'm going to go home anyway. And this, and I'm like talking to this who is a kid. And at one point in time, I was so upset. I was like trying to get this kid to like respond to me the way that I wanted her to. I was like, because the kid said that she wanted to stay. And then I tried to like ask, then I tried to get her to tell me that again, like to justify what I was about to do, which was just like disobey authority and just leave anyway because I can. And like, I'm not going to get fired for it. Like, I'm not like, I'm tired and I'm going to leave. Like maybe, whatever. Yep. I don't care. Like, I don't care. I was starting to have these thoughts where I was like, this feels like the wrong thing to do. The right thing to do is to just stay and do your job. But then I was like, no, fuck those thoughts. Like, I'm exhausted and I work so goddamn hard for no pay. But then on the other hand, it's like, this is your job. You chose to work here. And like, you never complain about your pay until now. It's convenient. So anyway, yeah, this poor kid, I'm like really like switching up on her. Like usually I'm so like smiley and happy and joking along with her. And now I'm like, just totally like, tell me you want to go home. Like, do you want to go home? Tell me you want to go home. And, yes, she's a kid. And like, yeah, if she like, I don't know. It's like, it's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. And I even like, I just feel gross about the whole thing because now not only do I owe her an apology. Well, I don't know. Do I have to apologize? She ended up going home and I ended up staying. And like, how can I expect to be a teacher if I can't even handle, I'm not even in charge there and I can't even handle it. So how am I going to handle being in charge when there's 30 kids? I have like 4.5 hours left of my training certification. I didn't do any yesterday. I did an hour 2 days ago when I bought the course. And tomorrow I don't have work. So ideally I'll finish the whole thing tomorrow. And then do I need to do like request a transcript, yada, yada, yada. I just am just like, what I was thinking about at work and when I got off of work was like, I need to just ask one of my roommates for a hug, man, because I feel like, fuck, like, this shit is ridiculous. And these motherfucking customers, man, are so brain dead and I don't know. They're not brain dead. They're not like I'm doing a horrible. I feel like I'm doing a horrible job. I'm doing a horrible job, and like I always want to leave. And like, yeah, I work hard, but like I don't know. It's like when I first got hired. I remember Sheldon, and I don't mean to name names here, but he's an older gentleman that works here, and sometimes he'll lose his temper, but he'll never lose it at anybody or like, he'll just like, you can just tell that he's really upset and ready to go home. Another coworker does the same thing. And I remember like seeing that sort of thing when I was new to the job and being like, what's wrong with that guy? And now like it's me. Like 3 days ago on my bike on the way into work, some jackass in a 4Runner behind me decided to lay on the horn. And I'm on my bike. So when someone honks a horn, I'm on my bike. So I like fucking think I'm about to fucking die. Like, why would you honk your horn if you're not about to hit me? But he's not. He's behind me. He sees me, and he's just honking because he wants to say "fuck you." Well, fuck you too, dude. And your black 4Runner, go to hell. Like you can, fuck you. Get on a bike and go anywhere in Raleigh. You get on a fucking bicycle and go anywhere. You tell me where the bike lane is. I had a little kid comment on my Instagram an hour ago, and he said I made a post about being on my bike and being pissed about it because I don't know. I just hit the share button sometimes. It's hard. Like it's easy. This shit's hard to fucking post every day. It's not hard at all. I'm being a little bitch. What I should be doing is actually putting in effort. I put an hour and a half in every day and expect results. My views are dropping on YouTube. No one cares. My last 2 episodes on Spotify got 0 listens. And this little kid, I went to his profile and he wrestles. You go fuck yourself. He commented fucking there's a sidewalk for a reason. Get on the bike that I'm on and go on the sidewalk. Get on a road bike and go on the sidewalk. Tell me how it feels. Every day, it's like a little more sprinkle of no one cares about you on the sandwich that is my life. And it's just getting really hard, man. I don't know how to handle it. I really want like a really sugary soda right now. I feel like that would make me feel better. How can I expect to be in a relationship right now? I saw on my phone just now when I was procrastinating doing this, the only reason anyone wants to have a partner is just to be witnessed. And I was like, yeah, no shit. But I feel like it's like a chicken and an egg thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like a chicken and an egg thing. Like, what comes first, the chicken or the egg? The partner or the self-love? Like, like, what the fuck comes first? I'm 21. I'm 21 years old. I'm 21 years old. I'm 21 years old. What am I supposed to do? Keeping it real. Keeping it real. YouTube videos, shorts, Instagram reels. Yeah, so let's talk about this feeling more. This feeling that I felt at work. It was like this craziness where I finally just decided to start giving up whatever like illusion of control I had convinced myself that I had. You know? Like, I'm trying to get these people, my two coworkers, to see it my way. Like, our boss isn't here. It's not up to her what we do. Like, I get that you texted her asking her for like help, but you didn't need to. Like, I'm right here and I can tell you what to do. You know, even if she has more experience, and even if I can say in retrospect she was right, I guess, I can also be right. Like, I can also go home. Like, I know this kid has school tomorrow, but it's like, that's why, like, I don't know. I don't fucking know, man. Yeah, I don't know. I guess kind of what was going on was, yeah, she should have gone home. She did go home, and my boss was right. And I kind of, I guess, like, when that happened and like it didn't go my way, or it's like I lost control of the situation, I had to like kind of pivot and tell myself that I was okay with staying at work so I could maintain that sense of control, I think. And in the back of my mind just a little bit was like, I don't know. The back of my mind was just like, just do whatever creates the least friction. Stay at work. Because, you know, whatever you choose that causes you stress, you know, say you just walked out or, you know, whatever, you could have done so many things. I mean, I already did a lot that caused me stress. And I was thinking about that and how I did that. And it's like, no one cares. No one cares that I stress myself out. Like, no one's there for me when I get home. Like, I come home and it's my roommate and his girlfriend on the couch. Happy as can be. Tired eyes, ready to snuggle up next to one another and make the most of their weekend together. And I'm in my stinky ass fast food uniform, ready to just muscle through this obligation that I've made to myself, filming myself every day with this weird structure that I've obtained. For what reason, I still don't know. Just so I can press upload a bunch of times and then shove fast food in my mouth until I can't even think a bad thought if I tried. I mean, when does it end? Am I the problem? Because this is exactly the kind of hell that I used to go through when I would just get high all the time. Is that true? It's probably not true. I feel like that's like disrespectful to say, because even though my memories fade, I feel like I owe it to myself to say that the dark times that I experienced then were a low that I will never return to again. I think that's like something that I have to say. But like my life is starting to become have tos. Like my life is all of a sudden it's like falling into like this pattern where it's like I can kind of like see the future. Like the future is like it's like there's no way around it. I need to start getting up at 5 a.m. I need to start getting this out of the way. I need to start exercising as much as I possibly can, eating as healthy as I possibly can, socializing as much as possible, even when I'm tired, and just working and being good, working well. You know, it's like I see myself headed towards that inevitably. And it's almost like I don't even fucking want to go there, man. Like, I don't want to go there because I know that when I get there, it's not going to, like, I'm still going to fucking be tired. I'm still going to be stressed. You know, ain't nothing going to change. Like, then it's just going to be like, okay, so how about this kid I'm going to have? Or, okay, like, how about this relationship that I'm in? Like, it's just never, like, there's always going to be the next thing that I'm stressed about. Like, why are we here? What is the point? Like, what is the point? I went out last night. I shouldn't have. I had a great night Friday night, and you should never, if you have a great night out on the town, don't go out the next night. Why? What are you looking for? To top it? No, you're not going to top it. Just be happy that you had a great night. And maybe, you know, next weekend you'll do the same. Maybe. Like, why did I go back out? I went back out for what? I found myself in this cramped and super sweaty, stinky apartment party at my buddy's building full of Indian people. And it was like so cool, I guess, like that they were doing that and that I got to see it. But it's like I couldn't look anybody in the eye. And like I said my name and introduced myself to a couple people, but like, I don't know, everyone was just drunk and like, it's like, why am I here? Like, why am I here? And then I get in the elevator and like everyone's like, all my buddies are there and they're like, we're going downtown. And I'm like, I can drive. Why? Like, why do I want to drive? Why do I want to drive? Just so I can take them downtown, come home even later, and then fucking get McDonald's on the way home, which I did. Stay up till 4 a.m. just so I can get just a little bit less sleep. So when I wake up tomorrow, I'm late. And the day just turns into this. I mean, imagine what this episode would have been if I filmed it in the morning. And, before I went and saw my brother. And then, like, my work could have been, like, the last thing on my plate. And after work, maybe there'd be just a chance that I actually would go straight to bed instead of eating a bunch of junk food and binging YouTube. Patrick, are you listening? Patrick with the long hair. You're cool, dude. I think you're hella cool. I saw your account. I saw you commented on a YouTube video, and I went to your channel page, and the bio was funny because you have no videos and no subscribers. The bio was like, "Why are you here?" And I was like, "Damn, you got me." But it's because you commented. My thoughts of guests on this show now have taken a slight pivot to like, I don't think I can give Keeping It Real back to a guest. I think I have to come up with a new name and a different podcast for my guests. I don't think like this Keeping It Real stuff is becoming like sacred to me as these episodes go on. Like this is like my identity. Like if I didn't have this, I would be nothing. I'd be nobody. Like this holds my ego up entirely. This holds my self-worth up entirely. I need a partner so someone can fucking break it down and bring it to where it should be. Maybe if someone could keep my ego in check, this podcast could actually become something. Because right now it's just like, oh, he writes graffiti for the thumbnails. Oh, he uploads it to Spotify too now. Oh, he has a nice microphone. So what? You know how many podcasts are out there? You know how many, like, ain't nobody listening to this. No one gives a shit. And why do I even want people to give a shit? For what? So say what? I get 10,000 views per video? Is that even enough for any money? Can I, like, how many sponsors am I going to contact until I get one sponsor to give me $5 for an ad read on a video with 10,000 views is 1,000x what I get right now. 1,000x. Do you know what 1,000x is? It's unicorn. It's improbable. It's not going to happen. The people my YouTube page is, it's just like I upload 4 meaningless shorts a day, and that's where all the views come from. I get more watch hours on the shorts than I do the hour-long podcast episodes that I upload. For what? I feel like I'm just being like a fucking downer, man. I just want to be angry again or fucking like, I don't know what I want to be. I want to be asleep. I want tomorrow to come. I'm looking for like these ways to like define my life. And I think I got to be really careful. Because it's like I'm going to define it. Like look and you shall find. Like whatever I come across and whatever I believe, that is going to be what it is. I got a goddamn ingrown fingernail. The profanity in this episode is off the hook, and I'm not sorry at all. And I have a beard. Like, where am I? Who am I? What is going on? I'm also scared that, like, I'm not going to make the right choices and changes. And I'm going to blink and I'm going to be 25, still shoving Big Macs down my fucking face. God forbid I start drinking or smoking weed. It's kind of just like stupid. Because you know how many beautiful girls there are out there that are just single and that like we'd be such a great match? Thousands, millions of girls who are prettier than you could even think of. And we would fit together just perfectly. But here we both are, me and all of them simultaneously, alone. And they're probably handling it a lot better than I am. I bet you they fucking go to cycling classes and yoga, and they have all these friends, and they're probably in a sorority, and like all this internet shit, all this YouTube, all this podcasting stuff, just to feel like, damn, if I was with a girl and right now, like, I'm not even sure I'd want her to see this. That's so stupid, because I remember the thoughts that I had when I made this channel, the thoughts that I had when I put the camera on myself, when I bought the first camera. I remember the thoughts, and it was like, you're gonna make something for yourself. You're gonna start a relationship that you're not gonna give up on, and you can rest assured that this is a good choice, because this relationship is with something that can't give up on you. I don't care if these views drop to 0. I don't give a rat's ass if you all go on strike and no one puts an ear to my voice ever again. I can still post. I can still do this. It doesn't matter. It's free. I have the equipment. There's no subscription. I can put this online as long as I would like. So it's like, it's me. It's all me. I'm in full control of this, and I know that I'm not going to give up on it. This is a train wreck episode. This is a train wreck. What am I going to say next? I don't give a shit. I do give a shit. This episode is horrible. This episode is awful. Like, seriously, like, this episode is so bad. Like, imagine tomorrow I run into some girl and we hit it off, and like, she gets my name and goes home that night, just like, and finds herself curious, like, who is this guy? Like, I really enjoyed talking to him, and now he's asked me out on and now he's asked what I'm doing tomorrow. Like, who is this? Let me search around for this guy. And she finds this episode, and she gets to this point of this episode, and she's like, wow. Now I know everything there is to know about this guy. And I don't think I want to see him. But that's what I like. I like this a lot. I like this a lot. I mean, I guess maybe it is human. Maybe there's nothing wrong with like holding all your secrets and who you are within yourself when you meet someone you like. You know? Maybe, I mean, that's what I've done, and I do. You know? That's what I do. So what is this, like a safeguard against that? This podcast is like, no matter what, you know, no matter what kind of thoughts I think, no matter what kind of actions I take, I'm always going to get reality checked by this podcast. Like, at any point, it has to be assumed that anyone I meet will see the absolute worst sides of me. Is that supposed to be like rewarding? Or am I supposed to be like, oh, that's a cool thing? Like, I don't know. I'm just gray. I'm just disassociated. I don't give a fuck about any of it. I just want to have sex. I don't know. I just want like the world to give me what I want. I used to get what I wanted all the time. You know what else I saw on the internet just now before I started this podcast? I saw when a child grows up and they become self-sufficient and no longer rely on the help of their parents to survive, they treat their parents like they were treated during all those years that they needed their parents. And I'm like, is that true? And I think about how I don't really call my mom that much anymore. And I don't really, like, I feel like sometimes when I really think about it, I wonder if I'm like a bad son. And that post was like an easy way for me to be like, oh, well, they didn't show me much attention. Dad worked a lot. And mom didn't care if I was stoned. Ha. That's what they get. Nah, that's just... But then again, it's like, maybe that's, like maybe that can be that, and then I can start building some other reason why I need to. But at the end of the day, it's like whatever we do is always just for us. Are we all just selfish little munchkins? Like my ex-girlfriend, I gave her everything I had, right? I say that all the time. I gave her everything I had. I always say that. Remind myself, I tell you that. Gave her everything I had. But was that just for me? Like, did I just give her everything I have just to feel good about myself? And if so, I mean, I don't think I don't think that this love thing is going to happen for me sometimes. Like, I don't think that it's going to, because I know how it's supposed to go, I feel like. And I know how it's supposed, I know how it might need to happen next go around. Like, it might need to really be the real deal. And I don't know if I've got a real deal, I don't know if I'm real deal-able. I think maybe I'm just autistic and narcissistic, and I cannot be, I'm not someone that someone would choose to witness them. Maybe I don't think people would necessarily want to be under my gaze because it's so just fucking weird. I don't seem to do any, I don't act like anybody else acts. I'm just oh my God, I'm just different. I'm not just oh, that's not true. I'm the exact same as everybody. We're all just, I hate my voice. I think I sound so stupid right now. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. I feel anxious. I feel dumb. And I want to press the stop record button. And I want to give up on it all. I want to not post this episode. I want to quit YouTube. And my mind is breaking right now. I can feel the walls falling. I can feel the dopamine kind of rushing in to the reality where I truly do just give myself the day off, and I won't do this today. You guys just won't get any videos, and that's making me happy, and I hate this shit. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I got 65 years left, max. And then I just die. And it's all over. There's nothing. Nothing comes next. I just die. And all day I just don't think about it. All day I just don't fucking think about it. I just do this, do that, do this, don't do that. Say this, say that. And it just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And then you got like guys like these famous people. Like they read all these books and they have like beautiful hair and skin because they take such good care of themselves. And they're friends with all these other famous people. And they have all this money, but they're so humble about it and they put it to good use. And their stories are always so amazing. Like they started this business for this person and then like they gave this person a home for this period of time. Like, what difference do I make? I can't even find a girl that I can love. Like, I can't even, like, I can't. Like, I just keep on, like, oh my God. And like with this internet shit, it's like, this is the thing that I've allowed myself to latch on to. Like, oh, am I moving forward? Am I getting closer each day to like that, to like that person that people say like that guy like makes a difference. Like I have a shitty day and it's like, gotta do the internet stuff because one day I want to make a difference. I have to do it. I have to do it because it's like, you know, what? I died 86 years old and I haven't made a difference? Well, at least I tried. I died 86 years old and I didn't make a difference and didn't try? Well, fucking crazy I made it that long. You would have thought I killed myself at 60. The problem is plenty of people make incredible differences on their families and their close friends and their loved ones. So it's like, here I am putting the world on my back. Like, let me make a difference for every single person that follows me on Instagram. Like, is that really what I want to be saying to myself? Let me make a difference to the potential millions of people that will become longtime fans of my podcast. Is that really, like, what made me say that? Is that immature? Will a hot girl see that mentality and think like, yeah, I don't want any part of that guy? If I came across a girl and, you know, she was going to auditions every single day trying to be an actress, and she was making music every single day. I fucking met the music girl. I met a girl that is so dope, so into music. You know, once she accidentally sent me a picture of her playing guitar. You don't like, we were like, I met her on a basketball court and asked if she could help me with my 3-point shot. And then I spent like 2 hours trying to teach her how to play chess. Like, we clearly liked each other. Clearly. And it was so nerve-wracking, I'm sure, for both of us. You don't just accidentally send someone that makes you nervous a picture of you playing guitar. Okay? What am I? What am I? Stupid? What am I? I'm not stupid. Like what? Oh, you slipped and sent me a dope ass picture of you with a guitar? Nah, dude, that's just called like, yo, look, like that's just called like, yo, witness me. Like I got a guitar. And if I'm totally wrong and she actually did slip, what does it even fucking matter? The whole point is I feel like an idiot because I should have said like, that's so cool. And meant it though. And meant it. You know what I thought when I saw that picture? I thought, yeah, she probably, or this is what I thought. I thought, she probably did actually mean to send that, and she's just lying about it being an accident. And then I thought, well, that might not be true. And then I thought, those things cancel each other out. Let's just move on. Who cares? I thought you cared, bro. Do you not remember it was Valentine's Day? Like the day that you met her, or maybe the day before or something? And like, do you not remember going up to eat with the guys at your building after you met her, and you were like, your like heart was moving and like you couldn't even like see straight, like your whole body was like and like oh my god, and like you just let it go. Like she asked you if you wanted to come hang out once at she invited you to Tally to help with like a fun art thing, and you said I'm busy. You were not fucking busy. You were in your room doing nothing, feeling sorry for yourself. Ugh. There was one more thing that she did that I can't even remember, which was just like, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. And it's not even just with this girl. You do this shit all the time. It's like you find out a girl's interested in you, and then you do whatever you can to ignore it. Because God forbid someone is interested in you. God forbid you think you maybe found someone that might want to know more about you. And you just say, fuck it. Let me just do whatever the hell I want. Fuck you, man. You're the reason you're here. You could be with her, or her, or her, or her, or her, or her. There's like too many to even count. But no. You have to be here, thinking about how you can strike up conversations with girls in public. You know how exhausting that shit is? You know how exhausting that shit is. I don't want to do that. I don't want to bother people. I hate doing that. Same girl. You went and you visited her in her home state, acting like it was no big deal, and then you spent the afternoon together, and she took you back to her house. And like she showed you, like how many times has a girl like taken me into a room with a bed, and I've just been like, "Yup, I'm in a room with a bed." Like I'm not saying I like wish I would have had sex with them. I don't give a fuck. I don't care about sex. I don't care. But I could have like, you know, thought about what was fucking happening. And said fucking asked how they are as a person. Like, what's going on with you right now? Like, how do you feel? Anything other than just leaving and not doing anything. And just making this person wonder, why does this guy all of a sudden not care? Yesterday at work, I was thinking about how I was on some sort of like, I don't know. Like I was thinking about how, remember yesterday's story about the girl that I talked to downtown, and I thought it went well because I was being myself. I'm still with all that. I still think it was totally good. Well, yesterday I was like, let's keep that train. Let's see if I can find one of those moments again for myself today. You know, I don't know what it will look like. I don't know what might happen, but let's see if I can be myself again today. You know? And then I'm like, should I text this girl that I went on 3 dates with? And then asked her to be my girlfriend, and she said yes. And then the next day sent me a really long text that said actually no. And nowhere in that text that she said, it's gone now, of course, because I I just deleted it. Because God forbid I had fucking read it twice. But I just know for a fact, at no point in that text did it say, like, I don't want to ever see you again, or I don't like you. Or, like, I think you're weird. Or, like, stay away from me. All it said was, like, hey, I know I said yes to the whole girlfriend thing, but actually, I'm super sorry. Can I take that back? I take that back, and like she apologized. She apologized on the first date with this girl. On the very first date, she felt, I don't know. I don't want to say comfortable enough with me. I don't know what was going on with her. I can never tell you. You know, she's her own person. But do with this information what you will. 30 minutes into knowing each other, she told me all about her dad who had just died like a year ago from a heart attack. And she was crying. Like, that's the kind of person you want to be with. The kind of person you want to be with, Jack, is literally anyone. Literally anyone. And I know you don't mean literally anyone, but it's not like you're you have a very big, the kind of person that you really would like is a big pool. There's a lot of people that you would really like. So what is the problem? Like, what? Oh my God. And then 3 dates later, she's showing you her apartment. You guys are eating lunch together, and then she shows you her room, and I kid you not, she takes out her guitar and starts playing Blackbird by the Beatles after I distinctly remember saying it was one of my all-time favorite songs like 2 dates ago. And she plays it for you, sitting on her bed in her bedroom. So a bedroom is like, so it's like people, like that's where they live, like that's where they are, like that's where they sleep, like that's like their safe space. Like if something goes wrong, like they come back to their bedroom. If something goes good, they come back to their bedroom. The bedroom is like the place where that person is naked and like alone with themselves and sad and happy and scared and angry. And it's like, yeah, why don't you come on up? Come on up. I'll show you my bedroom. Here's my Minecraft sword. Oh, and here's my guitar. And look what I've been practicing lately. Blackbird by the Beatles. I mean, it's like I have to believe that I'm going to get it right, you know? Because before all these experiences, I thought I know enough. Or I thought to myself, I know I don't know enough, but I'm ready to learn. Or I thought, okay, deep breaths, day by day, do what feels right. And it doesn't seem to matter. It's like I always just fuck it up. If it's meant to be, it will be. We're coming up on April 1st. A year ago today, I let go of a project of mine. Over the past month or two, I had been creating video. Before I was ever posting any of it online, I was making video for an ex-girlfriend. Like 8 years ago, ex-girlfriend. Like we were children, ex-girlfriend. And I just had so much to say to her. And that's fine, okay? That's fine. You can make a project like that. There's nothing wrong with that. Matter of fact, if you're feeling that way, you can do that. But don't send it. Please, don't send it. Don't send it to that person. But for some reason, a year ago, almost today, April 1st, I thought, yep, you know what? Send. Here's a link to a Google Drive and here's a link to a Google document. And that Google document has 10 links on it to 10 different private unlisted YouTube videos just for your eyes. Where I just apologized 10 times for things that had happened 8 years ago. At least my memory of things, which is probably way off. And that's all I ever do. It's just apologize. I'm never right. What is going to happen to me? My roommates are moving away. My coworkers, they're not going to be there forever, even if I stay. Christina's going to retire. The kids are going to go to college. And the college kids are going to graduate. And if I'm still there in 2 more or 3 more years, it'll be a whole different crew with me. If I still live here in 3 more years, my door will have to be back on with the hinges. Maybe not. Does it matter? I don't know. The point is, these rooms are going to be filled by 3 different people. There's going to be 3 different cars in the parking lot. I mean, I think I fucked up. Like, none of this makes any sense. Like, the ones who are healthy and that live the longest and that smile the most are the ones with the community that never goes away. It's the ones that grow old with the community and the community grows old with them. And I'm just in Raleigh, North Carolina with nobody. Like, why did I put myself here? What was I thinking? Like, when does this on to the next shit stop? My roommate will be just fine. Because he's He's in love. And so is she. You know, I took a liking to her roommate when I met her. And I really tried to convince her to start dating me. And it's like I did convince her. Like, she kissed me. She kissed me and she like poured her heart out to me. And then I just gave up. Gave up on her? How do you think that made her feel, Jack? And is that what you're really planning on doing? I mean, seriously, is that what you do when you bother these girls in public? When you go and just to prove to yourself that you can talk to them? Okay, good, you ace it. You get them to smile and laugh. And then what? And then what? You leave and they wonder why you didn't stay? This episode of Keeping It Real is over. I'll see you tomorrow.